matter the size. I realized the record button came in right then. The little light came on. We talk about packing the back of the van as Utes, them, as CeeMajor prepares for a road trip here shortly. I just informed him that he's bringing baby girl down to GA, and hey man, just leave some room in the back, man. I'm gonna letting you know now. The rumors I've been hearing, the whispers, the murmurs from from your siblings who are here, and your mother who is here, especially your mother. She's going back with a rack of shit. So you might want to bring an empty suitcase for her.
You know what? I was online looking at duffel bags, and they had like a family set. So
I would highly recommend that for you, bro.
Go ahead, overnight that.
You already got what? Like you already got shit coming to the Miss Janelle. Yeah. I don't know whether CeeMajor and his lovely wife are thinking this much ahead, but from what I understand, there are several packages being delivered to my sister's house in preparation for their arrival.
Okay.
And part of me wants to feel like CeeMajor is thinking ahead of the game. He knows what's needed in order to make their stay comfortable, and Mimi and baby girls stay comfortable. And so he's shipping items there in preparation. But then I also know CeeMajor. Okay. Like that's husband CJ. I remember little brother CJ. I got nonsense going to the house.
You think this shit got shit to do with my family?
Oh, see? Exactly. These are outfits.
These are all outfits, baby. First and foremost, as a man,
okay,
I am of that percentage of men who, honestly, especially with my new family, I'm so focused on financials being dispersed to make sure everything is taken care of, and we got emergency shit and all this other shit, that when it comes time for me to potentially think about getting something for myself, I shoot it out the back of my brain because I'm like, nah, we can't afford that at this time. But we came into a little extra money. I know what time of year it is. And I said, fuck that. And it even still ain't like I went crazy. It ain't like it's designer being dropped off at the at the door. This is Sheen's finest. So so you got damn right. It's 472 packages.
Good plastic clothes on the way.
Come on. Yes, indeed. And I gotta have options just in case some shit comes in fucked up.
You know, the Cardinals still ain't left my brain. Yeah, one bootleg and the other leg is slim.
Yeah, as long as I got to have backups in case they send me a pair of Gordon Gartrells. And so
kids working on your clothes, bro. Like
exactly.
It's an Asian large.
Well, somebody, and T-Boom be living by that shit. Yeah. She will buy that. I can't risk it. I like clothes too much, I think. Just a little bit too much to get my hopes up on something cute coming to the door. And then I open that shit up and it's ill-fitting. Or like I've seen the people online put this shit on, look crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'll stay with the good prison wears that the United States has to offer. Yeah.
And I feel you on that. But then you be like, you get the shit, you be like, damn, this junk fucked up, boy, it don't fit. And then you check, you want to go to the app and see the cancellation or return process. Then you see that you only spent $765.
Yeah.
And that's how they get you. That's where the cycle continues. It's almost like paying interest on your loss. You see your $765. Oh, nigga, fuck that.
It's gonna cost me $57 to send this shit back.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I don't fuck with it.
I feel you. It's like I said. This is what if it barring that everything fits as advertised. This might be it's 5/3/2026. 5/17/2032 might be the next time I get new clothes. Like as long as I stay the same size.
Okay.
Like,
All right, bet.
like I'm back in finances for family mode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some cars got to get fixed. It's time to maintain the cars and stuff. Like it's barring everything fits how it's supposed to. And don't get me wrong, I went up to the mall and got me some good classic prison wears. To which that's
anchor.
Yeah, that's an experience within itself now, the mall.
Slim.
I didn't even go to like I'm not too far from the St. Charles. Like I went to VA and it still was just and it's shifted. Like millennials, it ain't for us no more. Like you gotta, if you want clothes like you used to wear, you gotta go to the stores that you used to like. My jeans came from an Aeropostale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time y'all? Yeah, but but nah, a lot of places they catering to the new oversized baggy fit, and I'm like, y'all niggas wasn't here. Like, I had to go to the niche spots to get my shit together when this was the shit. Like, fuck y'all. Like, now y'all designing it up, and I don't even like the way it's fitting for real. Because what you mean you got the baggy with the tape? Like, fuck that. Like, no,
it's a hammer pants.
Where's the straight leg? I want, if y'all gonna do it right.
Yeah,
I want shit that Paul's rolled down your leg and then just expanded the flare out over your Nike boot. Like, what is like y'all niggas ain't impressing me with this oversized shit. Relaxed fit. Fuck out of here. Give me my super straights. Give me my super straights. I'm still on skinnies, nigga. Fuck y'all.
Hey,
I feel like I'm stuck. I finally hit that I'm stuck. This is where I'm at.
You in your mode.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Go ahead, usher yourself into Uncleville, bro. It's okay. I forgot you on the tail end of that millennial shit. You a young uncle too, so they expect you to try to still be cool. But
young uncle.
He's a what?
He's a youngcle.
Oh man, I wish I could find my glasses so I could see. So,
uncle indeed.
But yeah, I do this. Like, only thing I fuck with Shein with is bathing suits. So like when I go on vacation, because they be like $2 and $3, but it might disintegrate in the ocean or the chlorine, like.
And they're easy to pack, so you got 476 in your suitcase.
I'm gonna be there 5 days. I got 400 suits. Can't swim. I'm gonna just be in there.
Like, you can't swim,
but also the bags, the horrible plastic that they're polluting the earth with, are great for putting shoes in.
Yes,
to pack into your.
But that is one thing. I will like we too have bought the $6 and $7 bathing suits, and we'll throw our shoes in those bags. I'm like, some of the shit, I can't get that to the earth just yet. I gotta recycle. I gotta use it like.
You know how we do. We try to keep them plastic shopping bags for as long as we fuck the world up.
In the United States.
The bag of bags is real, man. I don't play with that.
Never catch me slipping. It's a bag. I got a bag. What the fuck are we talking about? Kroger. I still got some giant bag. I might have some shoppers bags in my bag of bags.
Oh,
little Food Line bag. I got some classics.
I actually went to the mall MVA just so they could give me some plastic shit. That was. Hell yeah, that shit felt amazing to touch the skin, as in terrible, but yeah,
ain't nothing like a foam cup from Chick-fil-A now. That drink gonna be cold. Your comfort is way more important. in Georgia, I swear. Real shit.
I like to take bags from a competing store into the store to let them know it's not sweet. Like I'll stroll through
I'm all the way for
Wegmans with Food Line bags. Like y'all not the only game in town, buddy.
Come on.
Watch these prices.
Yeah, no bullshit. Especially like, oh, so y'all want to charge me for these for these bags?
I'd be like,
I got some for that.
Nope.
I can't even front. I don't know what kind of plastic that is that Sprouts uses, but you could carry bricks in them bitches. I will keep them bags. They charge me all they want for them bags. 5 cents for a good quality, thick, toxic bag. Hell yeah. I use that at the gym. That bag gets a lot of usage. Whatever you need to haul that's more than 15 pounds, you can use a Sprouts bag. They don't play around.
Sound like them good Fabins.
Oh, slim.
And 8s. Yeah.
Oh man, let's get started. Welcome to the episode. We're not giving. I don't think we're gonna do a Patreon. I don't have the time. CeeMajor's got a hard stop. It's a wild weekend.
All right.
So, just a regular episode for everybody. Welcome to the episode. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Tee-Greazy, with my co-host
Janelle
and our producer,
CeeMajor.
Shout out to Blue Haze as always for all the work that you do. And I was on it this week, Blue Haze. I'm sorry about the previous week, but I was on it this week. I responded quickly to your text. Thank you for your service. I mean, you can tell me whether he be cussing me out or not.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He be chilled out.
Thank you. I would have cussed me out the other week, but
he was just like, "Damn, homie."
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even get the joint out. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's y'all shit, but
That was on me. Interesting week for me. I can't even front. Like, my wife bought us some tickets to a show, and I'm gonna first say that I'll lead with the ugly first, because I've been trying to practicing leading with love, but this experience was so weird and chaotic that I gotta lead with a little bit of the bad first. It's a new venue that just opened up this year, and we've been trying new venues as they've been popping up because we're not a fan of the big arenas. We're not a fan of the stadium. So when an artist comes to town and we see that the venue or the location is a little smaller, we jump on it. I want to be able to see my artist without looking at a screen. I want to have a sense of closeness. So we decided to travel a little bit south of the city, so about an hour and some change, to a new venue. I don't even know what the venue's called. How about that? But it is in the location of South Lake Mall, which is a little south of Atlanta proper. And what they're doing, or what they decided to do with this mall, because it was out of business pretty much, they used that space and turned it into a arena / event space, which not just a regular event space, like a certified. I think games can be played there. I think it's set up, or it looks like it can host various types of events. So the probability is endless, and good for Clayton County for finding a way to repurpose a big chunk of land and hopefully generate some revenue for their community.
Okay, so you did lead with a little bit of love.
A little bit. I can't help it. I'm putting it into practice as discipline. So I'm looking at the potential for revenue for the county. I'm looking at the potential of jobs. However, I believe this concert was their first major event. This concert was the return of Floetry to the stage after I don't know how many years they've been beefing, not getting along, been touring as Flo, restoring his tree.
Crazy.
Changing out parts and
Changing
having
out parts,
extra people.
yeah, like bringing in more rappers. I don't know. Anyway, the show was it was a Gen X / millennial. This was it. This was like if you like R&B and you was outside for when Raheem DeVon's first album was out because he was celebrating that, the anniversary of that release. And then Floetry is back together, right? And then Tidra Moses is still celebrating the release of her first album. This just seemed like the perfect show for any elder millennial Generation X person to attend. This was like when you was going through your first heartbreak, these albums got you and put you back together. When you was experiencing your first love for real, these albums got you right. When you said fuck that nigga and you was outside, these albums got you right. Like these three albums and these three artists kind of laid down the blueprint of that R&B, that gap that we experienced for a little bit of time where it was all rap and we was like, damn, y'all rapping all the time. What happened to R&B? These three artists kind of slid in there in the 2000s and did their big one, right? These albums meant a lot.
These was the albums. These were the albums that transitioned your hip hop beanie.
Yes.
To put the visor in that
Apple out your beanie.
Apple out your beanie. Put the visor on that joke so you could slant it to the side because it's still the culture to where you might get a hip hop nigga on one of these R&B tracks. Nah, yeah, I feel you.
A lot of us started our locks to these albums. Like these were those albums. You know what I'm saying? Like we.
I think my scented oil journey began with those albums.
You was at the Oil Man, the little spot in Beltway Plaza, stayed popping. We all had, yeah, you're right. Exactly. So it was a good bit of us outside. And the outfits, I've told y'all before, Atlanta they just do this shit. They just dress different. They go out. When they go out, you know they going out. You're not going to see regular brands on. A lot of people down here take pride in their artistry. There are signature pieces in line. You're not in line behind the same Polo, the same Gucci, the same Louis. You know, these are signature pieces. Somebody's shoulders might be a little extended. You might be behind a nigga with wings. You don't know what's going on. You just showed up for a show, but there's something else going on. Atlanta does that. They just do it, right? So I'm standing and I'm marveling at all these wonderful, beautiful outfits. And I notice we're not moving. The first thing I asked Gerasmo, well, what time does the show supposed to start? And she sent me the ticket and it just says 7:00. There's no indication on whether that's door or whether the show starts at 7:00. So everybody is there at 7:00, but the line is not moving. And so people started to panic, obviously, because your ticket says 7:00 and the line's not moving. And now the line, all it's doing is getting longer and longer and longer. I'm looking at a whole bunch of doors on this venue, but only 2 appear to be open or set up to take tickets. And I'm thinking, well, it would be nice because a mall, typically the older malls are kind of a circular shape. And this building is wrapping around one of those curves. It'd be nice to have more than one of these doors available so that people can get in and out, right? But that didn't happen. The line decides to start to move around the 7:30, 7:20 mark. And I'm not hearing any music coming from the building. So I'm like, okay, maybe the show starts at 8 or 8:30. We start to walk into the building is like, the line was not as short as I thought it was. You know how you get in the line and then you're like, oh, we're rapping. Oh, this is snaking back. So I ain't even see half the line, apparently. The other half was down at the other end of the building, pissed. So they're coming around and they're noticing us because they ain't seen us. And they're like, whoa, the line is like that. And we're like, no, it's way behind us. So we're having a whole discussion amongst the people in the line. We're all like, this is kind of crazy. There's one person that looks like they might be in charge of something with a headset on, standing outside. People are walking up to this gentleman and they're having a conversation, and then they have this realization, and they're a little bit frustrated because information is not being shared in the right way. So we later find out that my man is telling folks, if you have floor seats, there's another door for you. But he's not saying it loud enough. So there's folks in line with regular seats like me who need to go through a different door, and nobody is announcing this anywhere. And I'm looking at somebody's got paper tickets, and they're looking, and it doesn't say anything about a special door. So they're pissed. So people are pissed walking into your venue. You never want that, right? You never want that. Now, I will say, the venue is brand new. It's clean. It's sharp. Like you walk in, it's a venue. Okay. I walked past several open stations of what could be food stations. They look like they have the setups already to provide a tap of some sort. I don't see any kitchen area, but much like a college arena, like if you've ever gone to see a game at University of Maryland or UMBC, you might be somebody back there making popcorn, selling a bag of chips. That was what was available for our experience. Now, when I say that people were not very happy with that, they weren't very happy with that. And when I say people, I mean me. I was starving. It's 7:00. I was at least expecting a nacho or a French fry with something dropped in some grease that can hold me over until I get back to some more viable food type, real food. But they didn't even have fake food. They had chips and popcorn and a bunch of sugary drinks. They also had, I guess, contracted or negotiated that Chick-fil-A would come and do what I would call, because they do this for my company, they have like this corporate package. Well, they're not going to cook the food there, but they'll bring it in hot boxes, and your menu is limited. You're either going to get a cold chicken wrap, a regular chicken sandwich, and they got waffle chips instead of their fries. So that's what they had to offer by way of hot, I guess, food. The line for that was ridiculous. So you had a line that was ridiculous for that. You had a line that was ridiculous for popcorn. You had a line that was ridiculous for mixed drinks and beer. There were a lot of lines that we had to endure before we even heard one note of music, before we got to joy. And that's what I want to talk about. I understand you're new, but we've got to be thinking about capacity. You know how many seats this arena sits. You should start thinking about, how do we manage this crowd once they get in? And this shouldn't be something that you figure out day one. This should be planned ahead. We knew about the concert months ago. We prepared the outfits, people dressed up, people mapped their routes. We got there on time. The audience did their job. We paid to come to your venue. We did all the things that we needed to do to get there at 7:00, and you weren't ready. We need to do better, venue. We have to do better. we get to our seats. They're not the most comfortable. It's an arena. I don't care, right? I'm there to see some artists perform. We have a DJ and a comedian warming up the crowd. They did their thing. No complaints there. The comedian was funny enough. The DJ played the hits. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and glaze him, but you know, he got a chuckle out of me, you know. And they did what they needed to do to keep people's minds off of the nasty, you know, the crazy line. Like that's a tough gig. These people, we're walking in angry, and your job is to get us ready for a show. So I give them credit for doing that. The show starts, and I notice immediately, Teacher comes out. She's doing her thing. The band she comes out with a band, a background singer, and I'm like, the sound in here is kind of, I don't know if they thought about that. And CeeMajor, you would appreciate it. Was 3 different sounds. It wasn't the DJ and the opener sounded a different way than Tidra, then Raheem's set, then Floetry set. I was getting bass, too much bass on Raheem and Floetry, too little bass on Tidra. The DJ, they couldn't get the power straight. It was a lot of, you know, I don't know if it was first night jitters or what have you, but CeeMajor, as a soundologist, I don't know exactly what your title or I know you studied this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to? I'm thinking people did some type of sound check or something, right? And is there a difference? I assume that there is a difference between doing a sound check in an empty venue as opposed to one with people in it, because the sound is bouncing off more souls, if you will, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm guessing.
Yes, that's correct. You got a lot of, when you put things in the way of sound, it will bounce and bend and ricochet in different ways. Also, the reason for sound checks is that each artist and or DJ do prefer a different sound.
Okay.
So that's not uncommon for it to sound different, to have different frequencies, probably pop more, but usually you try to do that sound check to get an idea of what that sounds like, and you try to emulate from different positions. Like you have somebody in one position of the hall.
Okay.
What does it sound like over here? What does it sound like over here? It's like similar to that, which is why in most cases you'll have your sound guy be on the opposite end of a venue, as opposed to, you know, on stage or whatnot.
And that's where it appeared. Like the sound people were facing the stage opposite of, you know, direct opposite of the stage. So like if I'm in the middle, the stage was on the right, sound people were all the way on the left. It made sense what you're saying. I'm not sure if that was done to the best of its ability at that venue. Another thing that was kind of weird about the venue is like they have like box seats or club seats, kind of. The lights were on in that motherfucker all night, which cast the light down on me. And the sections below. So it was never truly dark in there. So we could see shit because of how we were sitting. We could see people setting up. We saw Marsha and them walk in. They was partying in the back. Like it was, like I said, the details need to be fine-tuned in how they present concerts in the future. I will keep my criticism of the venue to that. Like get better and maybe we'll come back. I at my big age, I can't afford another night like that, is what I'll say, especially for the price of the tickets and for a group that I love. I would love to say that it was a great experience, but literally me and Gerasmo walked out of that concert like, did we enjoy ourselves? Like, this was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't sure. We weren't sure. We literally came home not sure. And another issue that we had, this is not venue related, this is related to drunk people in the club box. If you're drunk in the club box, stay drunk in the club box. When your drunkenness spills over, as in a drink lands on my back in the middle of the show, I don't think the people in the box knew just how much work I had to do to keep Gerasmo's hands off of them. You're up there laughing and joking and smoking and drunk and have a good time. Fine, have a good time. Keep your shit in the box. A drink spills. I smell like a liquor cabinet for the rest of the night. My shirt needs to be washed. Both shirts. I had to take one shirt off, and I look on my back, and that one's all stained up. It was so egregious, Miss Janelle, CeeMajor, that the ladies on my row collectively looked at Gerasmo as if to say, are we going up there and putting hands on these bitches or not? We never met the people on our row before in our lives.
I believe that 100%. Same thing happened to me and Lisa when we were out. Yeah, I feel you. I know what happened. I've been there. But yeah.
the drink didn't even fall on Gerasmo. It fell on me. And I'm sitting there, CeeMajor, I'm like, I'm pissed, but I know my wife. And if I show any higher level of frustration, it's on in this motherfucker. And we're all spending the night in Clayton County. So let me calm down. But she making eye contact with the ladies on our row. They like, what are we doing? They ready to, they looking at the box like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, all of that.
Do we ride at dawn or not? Like,
yo, mounting up, renegades, all of that shit. Yeah. So, yeah, it was a wild experience. I will say, Raheem Devon puts on a show still. Tidra Moses puts on a show still. The Flow Assist is going to do whatever. Their dynamic is their dynamic, but I swear to God, the Flow Assist was doing a lot. Like, she was hip hopping every song, and I don't need that. It's getting late. I don't.
We don't need you to.
We don't need the Getting Late remix.
Say yes. I don't need the yes. Yo, I get it.
Yiggity yes, y'all. Say yes.
It was a lot. She was feeling it. She was in her vibe. I appreciate the energy. Yo. It was like 90s moves, CeeMajor. It was like old school, like, yeah. Yo, it was, she had the boogaloo pants on, Miss Janelle.
Well, then, of course.
You know the words.
Then you gotta.
Yeah.
The boogaloo pants.
She had the ozone boogaloo pants on. Yeah? So she was extra hip hop. Yeah, it was interesting to watch. But I will say this about the host. I think he was feeling himself towards the end because it appeared that he stopped Floetry Show not once but twice to interject his own brand of comedy. And to you, sir, he was winning up until that point. Don't stop the main. You stopped the main act twice on some jokey joke shit. Weird. It was weird. One of them was like a very corny joke about the venue charging too much because it's getting late, and then he cued the band. And I was like, sir, like when he tried to get that joke off, 20% of the audience got up and left. Like it didn't work the way you thought it was going to work. Because you sitting here talking about the venue has a time limit. Niggas we 40 and 50. We know it. we trying to protect for Floetry's money. We going home. You don't joke like that. We know what this shit is. You telling us the venue need to shut down? Niggas is out. They on their way. We think about traffic now.
You cannot joke. You cannot joke like that with responsible niggas in the audience.
Yeah. Niggas, motherfuckers got they baby girl, their grandbabies games of tomorrow. Niggas got shit to do. We gotta be out. We out. You know.
We are dutiful citizens.
All of us are law-abiding. Most of us are law-abiding citizens in this hole. I ain't smell no weed. That was one. Hey, to that point, I ain't smell no weed in the venue. Niggas ain't smuggle nothing in. We was on our best behavior. So if you tell us it's time to go, you want empty out the venue and Floetry still sitting there waiting to play their biggest hit. Nigga was weird, yeah. He was weird. Then he stopped the show again right before Say Yes for what I thought was a proposal. But then this nigga get on the mic and talk about all the shit that he put his girl through, how they was married before, how he was broke and couldn't get her a ring. Now they ain't broke no more. So he asking her to marry him again because now he know what marriage is about. Hey, that's not.
Why did you got the mic? Like, what is?
Because the comedian stopped the show to give him the mic so he can get off this fake ass. I don't even know if it was an actual proposal or not. Because if you've been married, what are we doing? It was weird, yeah. It was weird. Both of y'all faces look exactly how me and Gerasmo looked in the show. And how several other people looked in the show. Because we're like, is this a proposal? Because he's talking about they already... What the fuck are we doing?
Like
Mark and the Floecists were up on the stage like, what?
If I'm Floetry, I'm ready to whoop his ass. If that's me and I'm talking about how shitty I was proposing to Nikki, she ready to whoop my ass. Mm-hmm. Like the audience ready to whoop his ass. Like it's what are you doing?
It was too much going on. Anyway, let me wrap this up because we already have 40 minutes. The story is I don't know whether we enjoyed ourselves.
Well, all right.
I say that to say this.
I say that to say Teacher was bomb, Raheem was bomb, Floetry was bomb. I don't know if we enjoyed ourselves.
That's real. That's just real. That's real. It'll be like that.
Circumstances surrounding those artists was trash. I get it.
Yeah. So that's what I went through this week, man. How were y'all weeks?
Oh, I was I'll keep it brief. Had a show this past weekend. Shout out to the market. It's as Miss Janelle's now familiar, always an intimate space. And it was for the first time, at least in my experience, it was a show that compiled MCs, R&B artists, and then also spoken word artists. Shout out to Ife, to which we've even done tracks before, but she flourishes in that spoken word space. And she did a piece. She started off the whole jump. She hosted and started off the jump with a piece about how when doing these spoken word artists, or even just artists in general are doing pieces, and it was more so of surrounding pieces that where you're being judged on. And it was the theme surrounded, how can I be judged upon this thing? I'm literally on stage giving you my all. I'm bearing myself raw, naked. Like that's how she referred to it. Captivating piece. I don't want to try to quote any lines or anything. I'll just leave it to that brief synopsis. It really set the tone because I came in with a set list. I just sent in songs. I was formulating my set list based on how the night would go. It were all songs I was familiar with, but I was like, let me see what the vibe is, to which it was definitely a vibe of intimacy, rawness, realness, and it was one I thoroughly enjoyed. There's also one that I was compensated for, to which as an artist, those who know, especially on the underground circuit, that is not at all always the case. There may even be situations where you have to dish out some money.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ife again. Shout out to Black for hosting the space to curate the event. Yeah, that was the highlight for real. Outside of that, like I said, like we talked about earlier, I'm just waiting on these 417 packages to keep arriving to my sister and mother. Got the honeymoon coming up. We will be skirting in, dropping baby girl off. We might take a nap. We don't even know. Because check-in, but we plan to get there in the morning. Check-in ain't till around 4. We might just skirt on down the motherfucker and just peruse around until check-in time.
No, it's fly down there. It's fly. Yeah, I highly recommend that. Don't wait till check-in. Just go, go drop your bags off. Tell them to hold your shit, and then just walk around. It's fly. It's so fly.
Gotcha.
And it's perfect weather. Y'all going.
We peeped that. It's gonna be not. It's not gonna be crazy hot. I think it's one day of rain. So yeah, we definitely looking forward to that. We both just constantly walking around talking about how excited we are.
Mm-hmm.
And really what's going to determine how quick we shoot down there is if little baby girl, if she's on asshole timing, great. Perfect. You have a house full of motherfuckers who love you and are willing to deal with this. They've been prepping themselves as well.
Oh, they excited.
Deuces.
Yeah, excited. Yeah. All types of gifts. I went shopping with Mod, like, we know the baby girl staying there. We bought gifts. She left them here. I'm like, yo, take them with you so she can, like, what the fuck? Like, the whole point is to keep her entertained. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to y'all having a good time because we did that trip. We did We did a day and a half.
Okay.
But it was hot as fuck. It was so hot down there. But we know, like, if it wasn't so hot, we would have been outside the entire time. It's that type of city. It's a little mini New Orleans, so you're gonna have
that is exactly how, because Lisa has been there, and that's exactly how she described it. So yeah, definitely excited. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, dope shit. So glad that y'all able to put something together too. And like the fake out, like Mom don't even know that she's getting a toddler for real. Like, it's just, oh, that's a sweet baby. That's Crab's baby. I'm like, that's a toddler.
That's a whole little dictator in that body.
Oh, she's running and moving and touching things. Like, I'm like, y'all keep that shit on that side of town. We see her on y'all way out. I don't need a little tornado in here right now. Yeah.
Shit on that side of town.
How are you doing, Miss Janelle?
Man, I'm chilling. We had our date nights are always during the week because we had the kids on the weekends and all of that. So Monday we went to go see Michael. Big ups to everybody who did their thing. Of course, Jafar really brought Michael to life in adulthood, but the young man who played Child Mike, the way that he captured the nuance of his performances, top tier. Like, everybody did their thing. I understand critiques of the storytelling and all of that, but every representation of Mike, top notch. The homie the homie is wild because I enjoy living with him for a plethora of reasons, and one of them is like his sense of humor is top tier because he'll layer something. So I come in the house last night and he does the cooking. So I come in and I'm smelling aroma. And so I walk into the kitchen and I see like some spinach wraps out, and I'm like, okay, we doing something light. And he's got a big silver bowl, and it looks like salad in there, tossed up and everything. And he's like, I just need a couple minutes, get this out the air fryer. So he pulls out the chicken from the air fryer, and I look at him. I said, "Sir, are we having crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, ranch dressing, wrapped up in a tasty spinach tortilla?" He said, "Yes, that's exactly what we're having." And that made my night, yeah, because that nigga, the nigga's wild in the best way.
Yeah, putting that together for dinner is
absolutely top tier. Like that's cooking show worthy. If you know type shit. Like whatever hood cooking show that he would be able to get on and pull that off, young. Like he won that week.
Yo, because I'm sitting there and like all the components was laid out, and you don't think of it like that. So he starts putting it together. I said, "Wait a," I said, "Nigga, did you?" And then he just gave the eye
like yo, like that's like a fucking bar of cooking. Like,
did your glasses turn into sunglasses? Did you? Knee-high boots.
Did you
just I had the Mary Bob out the kitchen. I had no choice, man. But yeah, the 2 highlights of my week, man. Michael, go out and see it if you haven't, and the homie, man.
That's such a fucking bar. Like if he had a crowd around him, and if you as soon as you would have broke that shit down, niggas would have like, oh, like
yeah. That's definitely
a metaphorical dinner is insane,
crazy, man. And it was top tier, it tasted amazing.
And I was saying that joke's probably fire. Like what? Like, okay, the commercial was funny, but that's actually a fire ass dinner. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. You got a touchy subject for us, Miss Janelle?
Yeah, man, real quick, and we got to start with Major because I know his time is coming. What are some of your favorite sayings, phrases, anything, words, colloquialisms, anything, past or present, that you just fuck with? When you say it, when you hear it, you fuck with it.
Oh well, for this area, I was alive to see. I wasn't alive for when Joe became a thing. I was born into that, but I was here to see the transition from Joe to Mo. And when I was younger, I couldn't fathom it. But as I gotten older, I was like, oh, we just because I also heard Joe being used in the Midwest as well. And I was like, oh, we was like, nah, fuck that. If y'all on that Joe shit, sure, y'all keep that. We on some new shit. So Mo definitely has a special place. Ja like is it could be not Ja like. It could be 100% is.
Yes.
But it's still Ja like. It's and yeah, I fuck around might say that shit in the meeting. That's why I can't get in the upper management. Off Ja like alone. Those the 2 real heavy hitters that I say, like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to let those go.
Yeah, that's a Ja like is one of those. For me, it's Slim. I use Slim. Slim is a cuss word. Slim is a term of endearment. Slim is a question. Slim is the answer. Slim is explanation point. Slim is a pause.
Yep.
I use it so much, and young.
Yeah.
And young. That's kind of where I live and I kind of reside in as far as words and things of that nature. I did jot down a couple from Dad that I'll whip out every now and then. Like Hind Pots is one that I love that shit. Yeah, I don't even. It's so fucking country. Yeah,
very much so. Very much so.
So if he mentioned Hind Pots, it should be traumatic for me because it was always a threat.
Yeah, I'm about to say up Hind Pots.
Yeah, he's about to whip my ass, but he never did. Maybe once. I think he put hands. He only had to put hands on me once. But Hind Pots is just. I don't even know how that came about. I need to look that one up. It's such a funny reference to me, and again, it's just one of my favorites. But Slim is something that I use. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm reposting and Slim.
That might be the caption. Yeah.
Slim is just how I start a conversation. Slim, I end the conversation. Slim is just where I live and joint or jaunt. I mean, it kind of depends who I'm talking. If I'm talking down here to people who are not from the DMV, I'll say the official word joint. You know what I'm saying? It's that joint is fire or that joint. But if Mitch the Barber, Chicken Talk Food, shit, we talk, businessman Steve is jump. Like I slide right into PG DMV land and it's jump.
Relax that. Relax that eye. Put to that eye. It can chill.
It can chill. We cool. So see, it looks like Miss Janelle's computer just died, and she's trying to get it backed up. But yeah, that was the touchy subject for me. That was easy as hell because Slim is. I use that on a day-to-day.
Yeah,
Mo,
I forgot.
Yeah,
Mo for sure. I forgot. Speaking of Slim, Holmes is a jump that I refer to. That I also used to hear Dad say. I feel like that was something that Dad adapted to coming to this area, and like because Holmes is one of those jumps where where Mo can be, it cannot be really endearing. You could use it in different scenarios. Holmes more so has it's almost like a bro without saying bro, in my opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely. I did want to add. I'll fill in a little bit while Miss Janelle gets herself technically back to the show. And how much time you got, CeeMajor? Let me just
what's that? 14 minutes.
14 minutes? Okay. All right. Real quick. Another thing that happened this week. Pretty cool. We went out last night and got an invite to attend on behalf of Big Soda, the HRC Human Rights Campaign dinner. And the Human Rights Campaign dinner is an important event every year in Atlanta that raises money for awareness of the LGBT, the alphabet crew. You know what I'm saying? Like we do a lot of work in support of the LGBTQ plus community. And Big Soda donates big money every year in order to be a sponsor and to show support for the Human Rights Campaign, specifically in Atlanta, but also I believe they contribute nationwide. The dinner last night was bigger than the previous year, and Gerasmo and I were fortunate enough to attend last year and this year. They did it up. I mean, it was amazing to see the group of people in there, the level of talent. The speakers were on point. They raised more money this year than they did last year. And it got me to thinking about activism and how it looks. And these are the type of events that I can participate in now. I was not able to or had the privilege to participate in these type of fundraising events where the plates are $500 to $1,000 a plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you're talking to an elite group of people who can make things shake. And when I tell you the audience made things shake, it was a silent auction. They raised, like I said, way more money than they did last year. It was a very successful event. The speakers were amazing. The president of HRC came. to our dinner, and she stressed the importance that the theme of the night was about this midterm election shit and getting the right people in to the right places of government that are going to protect our rights. So it was really cool to have her come to town, bring with her the national, just just having someone from the national level come and encourage and inspire. Her speech was amazing. The other speakers there were amazing. Ebony K. Williams also showed up and had a marvelous speech during the dinner. So shout out to HRC and their continued work and efforts. And what a great event held last night. I'm so glad that we attended and we're able to be a part of such a wonderful event. I donated in addition to I think Gerasmo donated. The vibe and the feeling there was so exciting that I didn't mind spending money. You know, when you hear the stories of what the work is about and what we're trying to accomplish, and understanding how civil rights is not just is just human rights. It's just what it is. And the new president, the most recent president of HRC, I believe her name is Kelly. She's a Black woman. She's amazing, and you'll see more of her. Kelly Robinson has been everywhere. You'll see more of her as the election year kicks up. She's going to be all over the place. I just know it. And probably as a if this, I don't think this is her peak. I could see her career going even further than being the president of Human Rights Campaign. I mean, it's already a huge title and a huge responsibility, but she's an amazing presence, and her ability to get the message across was it was life changing. Maybe I'm at a different stage in my life where I'm receptive to these messages a little bit more, but it was really cool to hear her and her fellow speakers from last night not only talk about the LGBTQ plus community, but also tied together in a succinct and logical way the struggles of minorities, the struggles of those people who are immigrants in this country. It wasn't just one message. And I think that was a big difference from what I heard in previous dinners and what most people think when they hear of the HRC, that is strictly just one, like that they have one mission and one mission only. No, it's civil rights is a human right. It's truly a human rights organization. So while the focus is bringing more awareness and making sure that there are equal rights for the LGBTQ plus community, the message is not solely that. It's about humans in general. And yeah, she just did a great job with her speech last night. So shout out to Kelly. Shout out to the Human Rights Campaign. Shout out to Big Soda for being a sponsor and putting us front and center. Boy, walking into a dinner late and seeing your table at the front is kind of. But you know, your sister made it look. I'm like, yo, you know, we just gonna walk to the front.
Yeah,
we made it. Yeah, so
we here.
We here. We did what we supposed to do. All right.
I don't even think we got that at my job.
What do you mean?
We barely got HR. Like, then you throw a C at that motherfucker. Like
the Human Rights Campaign. It's a whole separate thing. CeeMajor. It's not part of Big Soda. It's a group on its own. They're based out of DC. There's a huge building in downtown DC where they're located. And their focus is, or their main mission traditionally has been human rights, just civil rights for the LGBTQ plus community. Now they have they've branched out and has different, I guess, organizations for each state. You know, you could join and have like HRC Atlanta, HRC Texas, whatever the case may be. And every state does their part to raise money and to raise awareness. Then the goal is really about getting the community involved in elections, and not just elections, but getting them involved, getting the community involved in understanding their rights and where state laws can benefit or be a detriment. So it's really about spreading information and not just having, you live in Georgia, I live in Georgia, and they're just passing laws and I don't know what's going on. So the HRC does their due diligence to educate me as a member to understand what laws are being passed, how that could possibly impact me, and what I need to do about it if I don't like it, So that's basically what they do in a nutshell. But to have the national president come down and deliver such a speech, and you just felt the sense of urgency with the state of the world. So it was really cool. And it was my first time hearing her speak, and that was enlightening and awesome. Also, we got a chance because Big Soda is a sponsor, we took a picture, and I'm off to the side. I'm not really expecting her to, like, we made a place in the middle of a sea. You know how you might get up with your table and everybody forms like an open sea for the guest of honor to get in the middle. She came and stood right next to me. So saw that energy. You know what I'm saying?
How crispy was your lineup though? Like, what
I was suited and booted.
And booted.
Lineup. Yeah. I'm in my lock journey, so I'm kind of fuzzy right now. I wasn't even as crispy as I could have been, but
I'm trying to see if it was an optics move. She was like, "Nah, let me go by the."
Oh yes.
Yeah. But that's what's up. That's still dope nonetheless.
I picked up what you putting down. Yes. Yeah. Only one of the only representatives.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So when we share that picture out to the company on next week, I'm right there in the middle with the president. Yeah.
Big HRC shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about it.
No, y'all don't even know. Might hit in the newspaper. I don't know.
Oh,
girl out there. Never know. All right, CeeMajor. I'm tap dancing out. I mean,
okay. That's fair.
If you are not aware how important Miss Janelle is to the show,
hey, yeah, when it's not planned that she's not going to be a part of the show, it's
a problem. It's definitely
done.
Now all I have left is to talk about UK R&B artists. Let me see if I can invite her. Invite guest, copy, let me send that to her.
UK. Speaking of UK R&B artists, I started the interview with what was it, El Mean with on Tank's podcast.
How fire was that?
Oh, I'm not even cause I started at work. I'm probably 15-20 minutes in, and I need time. Like, I need time to sit down and just grasp all the nuances, because we're not even talking about somebody who's really classically trained or has any training. Like, and that was a part of it too. Like, he said he wasn't even writing music before he went viral covering the song.
Yes.
And I'm listening to, because we listened to this nigga. I'm like, it's no way that you're telling me you just started writing. Granted, he has a background in poetry, but
just off the nut, just off nothing. Yo, that was probably one of the most interesting and literally represents like the musical genius that we often hear about with some of our legends. So like you hear about the musical genius of a Michael Jackson, you hear about the musical genius of a Stevie Wonder when they first hit the scene, but I don't think we've seen in our generation that come into fruition, like from the very beginning stages. And listening to that interview, like you, I was sitting there like, this dude might be a prodigy and never knew it. in this space. The way he talked about just trying things, and it sounded
explaining the nuances of recording audio tracks.
Yeah.
And explaining it way better. I've been recording audio tracks for a long time, and explaining it way better and smoother than I could ever. Especially on when you try to vocalize as well. Just like the way that he's making it make sense. Talking to a nigga who's been in the game since before I was born.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, no, you're right. Like,
it was amazing to see him talk to your point, talk to Take and Jay Valentine almost in a sense like that he was educating them sometimes. That was amazing, because you telling me you just started doing this in 2018, dude? Like, what? For anybody who's a music geek like me and CeeMajor are, obviously, because we can't even put the words together after watching that. I couldn't even tell you all of the things that I learned and was amazed by Elmine. And if he's in your area, if you have a slight like for R&B, I would definitely just give Elmine a listen, and if he's in town, I'm definitely going to try to go see him. I'm a little late. I think tickets are sold out, but Big Soda might have a couple. So I'm going to try to grab those tickets to go see Elmine. But Miss Janelle is back. So we went through, CeeMajor went through Mo. What else did you give?
Mo, Jai Like, and then I threw an honorary mention to Holmes.
Yeah. So I went Slim, Joint, and then an honorary mention for Pops to Hind Pots, because some of them country terms is stuck with me, and I like to know how Hind Pots came about. I'm gonna do my research at a later date, but yeah, that's where we landed, Miss Janelle.
I got love for, and I want this to come back. I got love for all mothers. Because it's so it's on all of the mothers.
Yes, not just not just the one that belongs to you.
Yeah, it's on mothers. So I love that, and I love when up north niggas be like my guy. I love that, and I love when down south niggas just throw goddamn in the middle of a sentence, like I was out goddamn 7-Eleven and this nigga bowl. You know what I mean? Like, I love a random goddamn. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank y'all for y'all patience. The homie came in like Batman with another computer. I didn't even know this shit was in here. But
man. I was just telling the listeners, we were telling the listeners how important you are, because I didn't know what to do after.
What you say? You were fresh out?
I just went and told another story about
started tap dancing.
My computer started giving me a warning saying that my battery might need to be replaced soon, and it would pop up every now and then. And then today it just said it just went out. So soon as it did, I hollered, like I screamed. I was like, baby, help. He's like, got it. You know that that meme where Cam Newton got the towel on, he looked like, oh, I gotta go in and do my thing. That's how the homie came through.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's the MVP for sure. And shout out for CeeMajor for giving us a strong 40 minutes.
Yeah, man.
It was a strong 40 minutes. But yeah, we were talking
he told us.
Oh yeah, he did. I was telling him about the dinner that Gerasmo and I attended yesterday for HRC fundraising event, where Kelly Robinson came down and delivered a speech, as well as Emily K. Williams and a couple of others, getting a lot of national attention, and for the right reasons. Like, we have some pretty significant midterm elections down here that are coming very close. I think it's May 15th. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a really powerful dinner. They raised more money than they did previous years. It was awesome, and the messaging was clear that this is human rights. And probably the first time I heard the tie-in with civil rights, and that we're talking about, not just LGBTQ plus. We're honing in on those specific issues because that representation is needed, but the tie-in with Black and African Americans, the tie-in with immigrants, the tie-in with all of the things that are going on in society right now is more important than ever to continue to fight. And that was the message. And I mean, stirred me up. I donated. We donated last year, but I donated more this year. And so it was just really cool event. So shout out to the HRC and all the good work that they're doing.
Yeah,
Shout out to Kelly Robinson. I also mentioned that we had the opportunity because Big Soda sponsored. We get pictures with the speaker, and we form. You know how you get up from the table and you form the C, and you allow the speaker to stand in the middle of whatever the C is, right? And so I'm off to the side because I ain't in the middle. I'm not the leader from our organization that puts this shit together. I'm off to the side. I'm a member. She comes right beside me, puts her hand around my shoulder to take the picture, and I'm like, I see what you did there. I see what you did there,
I
Kelly.
know what this is.
Oh shit! I know exactly what this is. So me and Gerasmo got a chuckle on the way home. She was like, "Look at that table. Who was she supposed to say?" Oh shit! That was fly shit though. I saw it, Kelly. It was like it reminded me of that Jordan, that Key and Peele skit where Obama is dapping up the brothers.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Y'all not my peoples over here. I'm gonna give you the stern handshake. But when I get to my people,
yeah, it was like, hey, sister, like, oh, we taking that kind of picture. Okay.
mm-hmm.
I feel you. I fuck with it. What you got for us on the community tip, Janelle?
Man, on the community tip, it's all hands on deck. The Voting Rights Act has been gutted by the Supreme Court, but do not let that be discouraging. First of all, if you are a person who ever felt like your vote doesn't count, understand that the magnitude of this decision shows you exactly how much your vote counts. We don't have to stop and cry and wallow and be upset. We have to go to our state. Voting happens at the state level. So if you're in a state where they're now all of a sudden trying to redraw districts, redraw lines, y'all need to show up and show out at your state house. Let your governor know that you're not having it. And you need to show up and vote. It don't matter what's going on. It don't matter how they try to redraw anything. You need to vote. If you're in a state where they're primarying anything, if they're primarying for Senate, for Congress, for governorship, you need to show up at the primary. On top of that, because people will show up at the primary and forget about the actual election in November, you need to show up there. You also need to be informed. People understand on both sides what the Republican Party is looking like to most Americans right now. Polls are showing that they are very unpopular. What is that going to do? Whenever you hear a person talk about, well, the Democrats are the party of the KKK, or the Republicans freed the slaves, what you have to understand, what happened was a shift. What happened was people turning the tides and deciding that they're going to switch parties. You're going to see a lot of that with this election. You're going to see a lot of people put Democrat next to their name, and all of their prior voting, all of their ideology, everything about them is showing that they are Republican or conservative or whatever you want to call it, right leaning. So what you need to do is everybody that appears on your ballot, You need to look them up. If they're currently in office, you need to look at their record, look at how they vote, look at what their platform is, understand not only just who, as in the name of what you're voting for is, you need to know what they stand for. And you also need to follow the money. You need to know who is supporting them, who is backing them, and you can get all of that information about them. If you Google anybody who shows up on your ballot, you should be able to find those things. Who's donating to them, what their platform is, and if they've ever held office before, how they have voted. You need to know everything about the people that you are potentially putting in office, because this midterm, this matters. And your vote matters. If you ever had a question on if your vote mattered, look at how hard they are going to make sure that you don't do it, you can't do it. If you need assistance, your local municipality has a plan for you to not only be able to vote, get to the polls, get your ballot picked up. If you need to mail, make sure, because they plan with the mail as well, make sure that your ballot gets postmarked, make sure your ballot gets to the right location to be counted. If you need any assistance, start working on that now. Don't wait until election day to try to get the assistance that you need. If you need somebody to drive you, if you need anything, you have people in your community that will help you with that. Look for those resources. But understand this, anytime that you see action on the legislative level, on the executive level, on the judiciary level, and we've got those attacks from all three since Donald Trump has come into office. When you see that, that is your indicator of how important voting is. And you need to understand, when they've been talking all that mess about the South will rise again, they've been on code ever since Reconstruction to get Black people out of the voting class. My grandmother has lived through everything about Jim Crow. She paid poll taxes. She's had dogs coming at her. My grandma was from South Carolina, and she's seen it all. She's done it all. And ever since she has been of age to vote, she has voted in every election, because it is that serious. Your voice matters. It is that serious.
Well, very well said. Sorry. Very well said. Very well said. And message was reiterated over and over again last night at the HRC dinner. And just a bevy of information of how and who to look up, specific to Georgia. I feel like Georgia's going to get a lot of attention here with the elections on May 15th. So anybody who's here in Georgia who's listening, do what you need to do. I've driven past, I don't know how many community centers that in my county, and there are a million posters everywhere encouraging you, letting you know who's running for what. Do your research, like Miss Janelle said, and get it done. This is life or death. It's gotten here. We're here now.
Yeah.
So for a better life for you, you need to exercise your right and vote. Do your due diligence now. Thank you for that, Miss Janelle. Thank you to CeeMajor for dropping in. I know Daddy Duty's call. So appreciate you sharing your time with us. I know it's so precious. Looking forward to CeeMajor and the family coming down. We will not be recording next week because of that. It's Mother's Day, and we're going to spend some time, all of us, with our moms. And CeeMajor's going to be traveling, I believe, on that day. So no show next week. We will be back the following week, though, I believe. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you as always on YouTube. You can find us, subscribe, like, and share. For those of you who are audio only, thank you for your continued support. For those of you who are Patreon only, you will get this episode a little sooner. No premium content this week. We had to scramble to get this episode up. I'm just going to be I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah,
a lot going on today.
it's a lot going on today. But you will get this one first. I'll make sure of it, and just so that you get the content first, and we'll release on YouTube later in the week. Thank you all for your continued support of this show. We do appreciate that $5 a month. If you are interested in supporting us, please go to Patreon, search for Reals&Feels, and you can become a producer as well for as little as $5 a month. So thank you to all the producers. We appreciate you. And till next time, have a good one. I have no anger beyond the HRC dinner really did put a lot of things in perspective. So I have nobody to call out, nothing to really complain about this episode. Be good to people and exercise your vote.